strong Pokémon, weak Pokémon. The only thing that matters is that people constantly parrot my speech on the internet for the next 20 years. I won't bore you by explaining my favorite Pokémon or why I chose this game. In the next video, you basically know what to expect. This is my mostly blind monotype electric Pokémon White 2 run. Obviously, none of the starters are electric, so I chose my favorite among them, and quickly realized I could have made things easier on myself later. Oh well. Catch a sassy Mary named Mr. Fluff, who, despite not paralyzing Jed's step big a single time, somehow manages to win on his first try. After doing some plot, I enter the first gym, where youngster Pedro meets Mr. Fluff and Fluff number 2. Oh yeah, did I mention I made it so that every trainer with more than one Pokemon is a double battle? I think the reason I disliked doubles as a child is because my teams were always built for singles, so double battles were just an occasional annoyance. This time I'll get to actually build a doubles team, and single battles will be the occasional annoyance. Anyway, I start by paralyzing both opponents, then try to focus down one at a time. I notice the layer is much scarier than usual since it targets both my Pokemon, but I can cycle them out with Mrs. Fluff to keep the stat drops minimal. Taking a cue from that though, I try layering on some early growls through the next trainer. If nothing else, paralysis makes sure growl connects before my foes can move. My first attempt at the gym leader goes about as well as my new dream layout, but I discover that he's exceptionally greedy, almost never attacking unless he can one-shot my team. I assign one Mary to growl duty, while the other mostly deals damage, ensuring his Pokemon can't run away with the battle. I managed so far without using items in battle, so I'd like to see if I can continue that. I seem a little unprepared for the second gym, but the complex is a treasure trove of new electric types. I re-entered the metal zone and double growl again to weaken Grimer's Mudshot. If you think about it, growl is basically just intimidate that doesn't make you switch out. Mr. Fluff goes down, letting me cleanly switch in Magnemite, but I predict a Mudslap and switch back out to preserve its HP. They double into my other Mareep, letting me bring back Metal Zone. Grimer only has one attack, so I also take this opportunity to turn up the game with a real Sonic Assault. I miss a Sonic Boom, and Metal Zone goes down. I sack Elekid to make sure Willipede doesn't protect, and now it's locked into a not very effective attacking list, with a 1 in 3 chance to hit. I've used this opportunity to finish off Cocting. Mrs. Fluff goes down valiantly, leaving game to 1v1. I bring it low, but it uses its berry. Next turn, I barely drop it to potion range, but it hits itself in confusion, finishing the job. 2 badges down, and I have to say I'm enjoying this challenge even more than I thought I would. I get some much-needed acting practice, accept candies for clown, punch Hugh solo some runs, and then prepare for the toughest gym yet. Give myself even the slightest chance of beating this monster, I need to level up my team and fill out more of my Pokédex to receive a free Eviolite. To do this, I need to enter Hell. There's no other way to say it. Stamsperm hurts all my Pokemon except Magnemite, who's 4 times weaker at these ground Pokemon. And even when I find some Water-type trainers, I learn I must have broken double battles or something, as if both my Pokemon get knocked out in the same turn I get soft-locked. Like that, on my second attempt, I play a little better and get much luckier. I force him to waste his potion on the Shelmet, making sure to help the Pokemon out when Leafani arrives, encouraging it to not use AoE damaging moves. Grass Whistle misses and Supersonic hits. I use Growl anyway, making Confusion deal almost no damage, but ensuring my team can survive Razor Leaf, as long as it doesn't crit. Sonic Boom is inaccurate, but all the struggle bugs when cutting in to gain special attack. There's somehow Magnet Bomb of all things was the best way to end it. Despite his best effort, Bird just can't beat the RNG this time. I continue along the road, and Stranger decides to random child he just saw for the first time should match his entire shopping center. Maybe he's a fan of my phones or something, I don't know. I show my trustworthiness by immediately hiring a preschooler to set up stall. She doesn't sell anything I'm interested in though, so I choose not to support the small business. Next, I descend deeper into hell, my struggles compounded by the abundance of single battle trainers who one-shot my whole team. After getting thoroughly exploring the area, I realized it was entirely optional, and the much more optional booking shopping center was the correct path. Nimbasa City is home to the electric gym leader Elesa. The rich thrill seekers and fashion models didn't pose much of a challenge, but Elesa's team completely stomped mine. Even not very effective attacks deal more damage than I like, and Subsurka has an easy one-hit KO on both my Magnemites. Instead of jumping right back in, I decide to avail myself of the city's many attractions. I get a horrible view of a basketball field, then an equally horrible view of an American football field, and also ride the Ferris wheel with a salaryman, the dream of every 12-year-old. Finally, I enter Mr. Fluff Intro Musical. I don't understand what the purpose of this is, but I'm very glad it's in the game because Mr. Fluff looks positively dapper. I also learned the Battle Subways gear with a TM for Protect and a variety of useful held items. This could be exactly what I need, but my unevolved Pokemon and their weak moves struggle with even bit evolutions, and a single ground type can ruin my win streak. I hate to say it, but I don't think I'm ready to obtain Protect yet. But thinking about it, Elisa's Ace is normally level 30. Even if I had strict level caps, my entire team consists of Pokemon which evolve at exactly level 30 for some reason. I do my best NPC impression to search for wrestling grass. There, in addition to what's apparently the hottest albino known to man, I find some Emolkas and name them Scarlet and Satoru. My team is stronger than ever, but they walk a fine line now. If I decided to follow level tops, and if I based them on normal mode instead of challenge mode, and if my Pokemon leveled up in this fight, and if I lost, I wouldn't be able to use them anymore. Weighed down by this artificial tension, I challenge Elesa to a rematch. I start by sending screens, and as expected, she sends out Ziptrika. I can't paralyze it, but Mr. Fluffy uses Confuse Ray, while Metal Zone focuses on Sonic Boom and keeping Reflect up. I attack until it eats its berry, then shift to attacking Joltik, forcing her to use her potion on the much less threatening Pokemon while I try to double up on her ace. My Steel-typed Register is dealt with, but the battle's far from over. Booth left paralyzes and confuses Turmoga, while Metal Zone returns to set up light screen and weaken her team's Volt switches. Joltik brings Mr. Fluff low enough that I'm confident her team will double up on it, but Punchy's attack isn't quite strong enough to finish the bug. A last-second Reflect goes up, and Metal Zone's Cherry Berry helps ensure Sonic Boom hits. Skyla's Cherry Berry is less well-used, but my team manages to outlast her Soul Flatties, earning me the Bolt badge. Theo plays the sad YouTube song, and I teach basically all my Pokemon Volt Switch, giving me near unparalleled mobility in double battles. Emolga can beat attacks and switch to a tankier Pokemon before the enemy's attack, and then a slap Pokemon like Fluffy can switch Emolga back in to repeat the process. I make my way to Chargestone Cave to catch some new team members and evolve my Magnetons. I consider leaving one for Eviolite. Yep, device anyway, so I may as well leave Eviolite with Punchy. I also visit some reformed bad guys, and one of them offers me a Zorua. It's not electric type, so I decline. The next gym is ground type. There's no way you don't know this already, but ground is the only type that's super effective against electric, and it's completely immune to electric moves too. These gyms just keep getting harder for me, but there's not much more I can do to prepare. So I replace Volt Switch with Return on most of my team and try some battles. Using only a single Emolga makes it difficult to predict enemy trainers' attacks, and as expected, my team is lacking in damage. Many enemy trainers also have Rock Slide, so I can't rely on them targeting a single weakened Pokemon either. I try another battle with a slightly different strategy, using Skyla to bait rock moves while Metalzone uses Reflect. This works surprisingly well. I try variation where I slightly underleveled Satoru switches directly into Punchy, confident that with EV Light and Reflect she can take Rock Slide to start attacking sooner. When I see it digged, I know it's targeting. When I see it dig, I know who it's targeting and can switch emotes easily. I also realize I can spend almost all my red shards to teach Punchy Ice Punch, giving me a single decent damaging option. With all the pieces in place, I challenge Clay. Rock's Intimidate doesn't bother me since my first move is to switch Satoru out. Ice Punch deals okay damage, but then I notice something. It obviously hurts my Pokemon more, but Clay's signature move Bulldoze hits his ally Pokemon too. In fact, he deals more damage to his own Pokemon than I do. I bait more Bulldozes and switch out to Satoru, while Slash and Rock simply attack each other. I can't keep this up forever while the Sandstorm rages, so I send in Punchy to make sure Rock can finish Sandslash off. Reflect expires and Metalzone is KO'd, but Skyla barely survives a single Rock Slide to finish off Rock. She switches with Mr. Fluff, who takes extra Drill, Slash, and Paralyzed it in return. Sonic Broom is starting to fall off, but Bulldoze is super effective against both Onix and Extra Drill. Unfortunately, it's also 4 times effective on game, and now I only have 2 emotes with return. So, I can't quite beat Clay on my first try. How cool would it have been if I did though? On my third attempt, I try to keep my side even. Satoru beats a Rock Slide and switches to Gain, while Metalzone reflects. Then double Magnezones are too juicy not to bolters, or Punplas that works too. Once Rock's in KO range, I send Punchy out instead of Gain. He takes an unfortunate crit, but thanks to EG Light, the Reflect holds on just long enough to blow Pig Onix, and it's a crit, but it falls just short. My team doesn't have the health to do full switches anymore, and Stryla just barely fails to clear Sandslash, but it's down to her last 2 Pokemon. Mr. Fluff needs to confuse Excadrill, and it needs to hit itself into fusion. But obviously that doesn't happen, Panthers is slow as heck. My 5th attempt starts off roughly the same. The first key difference is that I save Punchy, letting Sandslash take out Rock. I continue using Magnezone and Emolga switches, but then Magnezone gets critically hit. What are you, more of those, and this could get bad. Having set up, Sandslash hits both Magnezones hard, but that's what I'm counting on to take out Excadrill. But of course Excadrill outspeeds and now stands alone with no allies to bulldoze it. It's all up to me and my Pokemon. I let Metalzone go down to help Mr. Fluff land a Confuse rate and Punchy switch in safely. I know at least Punchy will go down fighting, but I also know he's low enough that Rock Slide and Bulldoze could both kill, so I need to gamble on which move I expect. I place my bet on Bulldoze, figuring it has stab and gives speed control. But Excadrill hits itself with confusion, so Punchy lives anyway. 2 more low kicks and my Mono Electric team has officially beaten the Ground-type gym. Speaking of which, a little while ago a stranger called just to tell me that he likes electric types. Me too, apparently. Anyway, I get forced into a singles tournament, beat up some Plasma Grunts without taking a single point of damage, help out an NPC because Emolga can fly, press F to pay respects, ride an airplane because Emolga can't fly, find some legendary, non-legendary bug fail, and explore a haunted house. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention there's a flying gym in there too. It was just so easy that it didn't even stick in my mind. What was the gym leader's name again, even? I don't know, whatever. Continuing my quest of plotness, I team up with Bianca. Battles are still doubles, but the healing after each match makes it a lot easier to play around with strategies, or just switch train my weaker Pokemon. Long the Dynamo has the biggest training arc, but Skyla also levels up to learn Encore. One of those moves that I never really used, but I hear is pretty good. I noticed my team has kind of a secondary weakness to fire, but I can still handle myself okay enough in here, with the exception of this thing. I fear no man, but this thing, it scares me. And she's my only solution for ground types and steel pipes, so I'd like to get a good water or ground that if I can find enough blue shards, I can teach. Oh god, no! As I was saying, I backtracked to Chargestone Cave to finally evolve Lang Lang, who will join Punchy on type coverage duty. In particular, I expect her to learn Crunch, Dragon Claw, and probably Fire Punch, but that'll take a lot of shards. So I buy some repels and do my best NPC impression to search for dust clouds. I give up after a while and head back to the Pokémon World Tournament, since it's the only place to get the TM for Protect. I removed her turns from all my Pokémon, and each tournament has a 40% chance of encountering Clay. But that should still mean I can win almost half the time. Of course, I say that, but I'm not going down without a fight. Once again, I tried to play defensively, letting his own Pokémon bulldoze each other, while I avoid as much damage as I can. And then I see an opportunity. Skyla outspeeds Excadrill with Encore, who in turn outspeeds the rest of Clay's team with Bulldoze. I lose gain, but plainly switch in Lang Lang to help deal damage. And just like that, I learn I can actually beat Clay without changing moves just for him. I suppose they're really starting to look like a proper team. I continue battling the early gym leaders, and it's pretty fun. But I don't want to grind these same 5 trainers all the way to 18 victories or more. So I claim Protect and take my leave. I shoot the last part to my big movie, but I guess the tragic ending was a bit too much for this audience. I try a different movie which gets a little weird. My experience in Pokestar Studio isn't actually that relevant to a monotype doubles playthrough though. Angelica might be getting lost somewhere between a regular challenge run video, a weird post-commentary let's play, and some first impression review type thing. Let's get back on track. A legendary Pokemon throws itself at me, but it's not electric type, so I'm more interested in the mysterious item behind the fence. I can't get it, so I progress to the next town where the 7th gym is. But before taking on the Dragon type gym, I really want to teach Lang Lang Dragon Pulse. So I buy an excessive number of super repels and hunt for shards until I have enough for the move tutor. But it turns out Bulbapedia was wrong, and the Electros can't learn it in Gen 5. So I pick up Aqua Tail instead to help against ground and fire types, which my team currently struggles with. I challenge the defensive trainer first, but they're not particularly efficient with their use of Protect. Even with the 1 in 10 freeze and 1 in 16 crit though, it's clear that my team is going to struggle here. But against the offensive trainers, Skyla once again saves the day by locking Fracture into Dragon Dance. Hachi does everything he can to deal damage, but even with Eviolite, having an unevolved Pokemon is starting to become a problem. Nothing I can do about that though. The triple metal trainer goes much better, as Hoppy's defensive set expertly shuts down multiple attacks while Punchy and Lang Lang focus on the biggest threat. The rotation battle also goes surprisingly well, since I can force the AI to switch to weaker Pokemon in a feeble attempt to avoid Ice Punch. I decide to switch my team around to keep Punchy in the bat. Without healing items, I know he can't take mini hit, and I'll need a super effective move against Haxorus. I'm actually feeling confident approaching Trayden. That confidence is shattered the moment I see which Pokemon he sends out. I immediately misplay and lose my only Steel type for a critical hit from Flydonzer's power. Punchy goes down in an instant too. Situation's dire, so I tried to beat another Earth-powered switch in Skyla with Encore, but Hoppy's Bug-type backfires on me and draws a Rock Slide, critting and taking out both my Pokemon. I only have 2 Pokemon left, but I can still win with Confuser and Paralyzed Luck. Yes, like that would ever happen. I switch my team around for the rematch, with a stronger focus on letting Punchy punch and supporting him while he does. Mr. Fluff uses Bright Powder to dodge an Earth Power. Ice Punch forces Drayden to use his potion on Flygon, and Mr. Fluff dodges another attack with Ice Punch forces Drayden to use his potion. I might have said that correctly that time, but Ice Punch forces Drayden to use his potion on Flygon, and Mr. Fluff dodges another attack with Bright Powder. Shreddigan hits itself in Confusion, while Punchy and Mr. Fluff tag team Altaria with Ice Punch and Power Gem, bypassing Cottonard's defense boost and Altaria's electric resistance. Shreddigan hits itself in Confusion again, and Punchy's Ice Punch freezes Haxorus. Shreddigan hits itself in Confusion again. I start attacking it, and it breaks through Confusion, but Mr. Fluff dodges with Bright Powder for the 3rd time in a row. Haxorus finally thaws out and starts one-shotting my team, but it's 2 against 1, and I quickly put a stop to that. So yeah, I'm not sure what the odds were on that fight, but I definitely did not earn that win. Power of friendship or something, I guess. Anyway, I know I just said I'd get back on track with some monotype double battles and stuff, but look at this cutscene. There is this flying pirate ship with a giant cannon, and it covers the city in ice, and Drayden tries to make his Pokemon break it, but it's just so cool. I really regret sleeping on the Gen 5 games when I was younger. Anyway, I get back to battling grunts by switching my Steel type into their poison hacks, and actually find that in addition to its obviously overpowered resistances, Gen gets a surprising amount of use from its Steel-type Flash Cannon in all these story battles against Ice types. Anyway, look at this aquarium tube thing, it's so cool at that. Anyway, the last gym is Water type, so unsurprisingly it's a Breeze. And maybe I should have said that about the Flying gym. But yeah, to get any challenge out of this gym, I ended up trying the whole thing in one shot without any healing, and even that was pretty straightforward. As for the leader, I expected him to at least have a Palpitoad, so I taught Hoppy Giga Drain. But surprisingly, he had no answers for electric move spam. Giga Drain still ended up useful for a completely different reason though, and the rest of the fight was smooth sailing. All in all, every gym leader took me 2 tries, except this one took 5 and these 2 took 1 each. While exploring the next route, I get into a battle with this random trainer with a cheap cop for my nightmares. I literally almost wipe here, but Paralysis and Encore saves the day once again. On an unrelated note, look at this whale art. After that near loss to an optional trainer, I make sure I had healing items to use between battles. And it's not long before I'm glad I did, as I find myself stuck on this pirate ship with over a dozen grunts. I had to use Pelipper to surf here, so I only have 5 usable Pokemon, and town is too far away to go to heal. I actually find myself even running out of PP on some days, try to skip as many optionals as I can to escape. Hugh isn't done with Team Plasma though, and drags me into another fight with them. But this time, even their single battles are no match for me. Mostly. Even better, there's a doctor here who, for some reason, is willing to help heal my Pokemon as much as I need. Zinstein puts up more of a fight than usual, but the doctor heals my team right back up. And I don't realize it yet, but I'll need every last bit of that healing soon. Even a second stage Matang is annoyingly bulky, and Magneton gives me a taste of my own medicine with Thunder Wave. I tried to disable it with Confusion, but Colress again uses my own strategy against me, Gold switching into a terrifying mirror match with my own strongest Pokemon. Faced with two strong steel types, I tried to make Punchy low kick them while stalling with Hoppy. A grave mistake. I get a lucky paralysis from Bounce, but Hoppy gets Thunder Wave too. I think I should still outspeed Plinkfang to make it out before it does anything bad though. Wrong again. Favor sacrifices his low HP Magnezone and follows it up with Giga Impact to take out one of my most defensive Pokemon in an instant. My one opportunity that I see is that he finally sends in Beheum, a slow psychic type. It tries to Calm Mind, but I Volt Switch one of my non-paralyzed Pokemon in to outspeed it with Crunch. Only Magneton is left, but my team's low HP and general status effects make it difficult to switch around, and a lucky Tri-Attack from Magneton makes the situation even worse. Somehow, I barely get Mr. Fluff into position to confuse and paralyze it though, and finally finish chipping away at its HP. Unknown to me, the gauntlet continues. Ghetsis tells me that I should be grateful for his villain monologue, then sends more lackeys at me. After Colress though, these dark types feel downright versatile. Finally, I track Ghetsis down to the end of the giant chasm, where he tries to delete a child in the most inefficient way possible, and saves the day, which was already pretty cold that I thought would have been so much cooler if I actually finished Pokemon Black first. It's up to my electric Pokemon to stop this abomination of science. I try my best to KO it, but if things look really bad, I can always toss the Master Ball, then box it. Oh. There's only one fake dragon on my team who can stand up to cheer him. Mr. Fluff takes an Ice Burn to get his status moves off, and then I switch to my other fake dragon. Long deals some shit, but more importantly gets a defense trap. I tried to send in Skyla to bait an ice move per Jane, but she doesn't get the chance. Jane in turn baits a fire move, but with paralysis, Punchy gets the switch free and fires off a low kick. I guess it is an ice type, I wasn't even thinking of that, I just figured it looked pretty heavy. Wait, it's an ice type that also has Fusion Flare? This thing would completely shit on Frisian. Actually, that I didn't catch that and bring it to this fight. Anyway, before I even catch my breath, I'm thrown into another fight, now with Ghetsis. At least my Pokemon get healed somehow. I bring Hoppy in to take a drain Seismitoad, while Long starts crunching Coffincrigus. But because she made contact and attracted Mummy, she lost Levitate and was easy prey for Seismitoad. Hoppy also gets badly poisoned, which is the last thing I want on a stall Pokemon. Ghetsis full restores the nearly KO'd Seismitoad, running my strategy for this turn and taking down Hoppy while Seismitoad still stands. I go for a double KO, but Coffincrigus holds on, and Ghetsis sends out the last thing I wanted to see. Ice Punch gets a lucky crit and evens the playing field. Dane beats a fighting and fire move from Mr. Fluff to take and retaliate with Confuse Ray. And Skyla nearly KOs Toxicroak, but she goes down in the process. I can't switch anymore, but Dane can use Protect to block another. But then they turkey Mr. Fluff instead, and there's nothing I can do to finish to off the opposing eel. So I run all the way back to Humilao and then him all the way back to Giant Chasm. I run along the beach, say hi to the grunt, say hi to you, and finally make it back to Ghetsis, who was nice enough to put his world domination plans on hold while I was running. But this time, I'm ready for him. I lead with Hoppy and Long. Hoppy absorbed Ghetsis' full restore like it's nothing, and thanks to one level up from last fight, Long 2-hit KOs with Crunch. Apparently I have no clue what type Drapion is because Bounce wasn't super effective, though I did paralyze. There's no defense against Life Orb by Dragon's Dragon Rush, and Earthquake is gonna cause some issues though. A trait punchy for High Dragon, sending in Stryla to on-crate Earthquakes, but almost like he predicted my move, Ditsu sends in his own Eelektross. I do it anyway, gambling that I can take out Eelektross with those my flying Pokemon attacked. Unfortunately, I can't. In the end, we're buzzed down to our last two Pokemon. Dane protects for 2 hits, and Pudgy confuses his full HP Toxicroak. It hits itself and Flashkin chunks it, but Mr. Flood is hanging on by his thread. Thanks to Paralysis, she gets off one last Horrid Gem while Dane protects from Earthquake. It finishes off Drapion, but merely gets one shot in return. It all comes down to this next attack. I stole one more turn with Protect just in case it hits itself. I don't know Madara Toxicroak's ability or moves, so I don't want to take any chances I don't need to. But with no other options now, one last Flash Cannon ends Team Plasma schemes. Apparently the hardest part of Victory Road for me was just finding it, but once I reach the Pokemon Lake, N shows up to tell me I suddenly need the Waterfall HM, which unfortunately Pelipper can't use. Naturally, that also means Surf is required and apparently Strength is too, but a bit of surfing inside Victory Road itself turns up the solution to my problems. A Weasel capable of learning all 3 HMs. I even temporarily teach Skyla Flash for one segment. Speaking of Victory Road, I know it's been said a million times for what's with these trainers. I can understand this one, for example, that's a pretty good team if you only get 2 Pokemon, but how the heck did this one beat Drayden? I struggle so much with a full team, but apparently this person won with just Galvantula and a mediocre Fire type. Anyway, here challenges me to one last friendly battle. I see as impressed and use U-turn. I'd like to see I taught him that with my Volt Switch strategy. The team packs a punch, but my superior switching puts his ace against mine, and it's clear who has the advantage. He gives me a team for Thunderbolt, which almost seems handpicked for me, and says he returned his sister's Pokemon. All's well in the pot, meaning there's nothing left but to focus on the battles ahead. At long last, I reach the Pokemon League, home to the 5 strongest type-steamed trainers to test my own against. Now that I've come this far, I don't want to just throw myself at the Elite Four until I scrape together a win. I don't want to lose. In fact, if I lose here, I'll at least my strongest Pokemon, whoever it happens to be at the time. I'm someone who lost my first and only Nuzlocke because I was too sad about losing my starter to a double battle. And after almost 40 hours with this electric team, and having been through so much together, I've grown pretty attached. I don't plan to lose a single one. But I only beat Drayden and Gexus by the narrowest of margins. So Iris and her team of overpowered dragons frightens me. I only have one Pokemon with Ice Punch, and I was really hoping that by now I would have unlocked Dragon Spiral Tower, or the Dragon Claw team, but the breach is still closed. In order to beat this on my first try, my team needs to train, but not against Ardinos for EXP. They need to EV train. Luckily, I've been grinding Battle Subway on the side, and I also picked up some other EV boosting items from a quick side quest and in the Team Plasma Frigate. My switching strategy relies on having a healthy team, but I've noticed throughout this playthrough that they don't really have the durability to keep up with strong attacks. I've also been buying berries and working on the salon in Join Avenue to reduce EVs and the stats I don't want, like physical attack, making room for more of the EVs I do want, like HP. I do need to force feed them herbal medicine to reduce friendship before I make up to race back up, so... And speaking of Join Avenue, I actually have been supporting Youth's small business, letting me buy a truckload of ethers to use between battles. Ethers? Whatever. As I I also choose my few PP ups and PP maxes on moves like Protect and Bounce. Hopefully I'll almost never have to worry about running out of PP between battles. As a reminder, the rules are, my Pokemon start at level 58, which is the highest level that all of the Elite Four members have on normal mode. I'm playing on set mode. I'm not using any items in battle. I can look up their normal mode teams, but I don't have any real information on what they use in challenge mode. And if I wipe, I have to release my highest level Pokemon. And the team I'm going to do it with is Panchive the Electabuzz, mostly here for tight coverage sweeping. Longlon the Electros, again, they're for super effective moves like Crunch and Aqua Tail. Skyla the Emolga, primarily fast volt switches and potential Encore Cheese. Happy the Galvantula, a Toxic Soul set with also some super effective moves against quite a few of the Elite Four members. Vayne the Magnezone, a slow bulky pivot who also does quite a bit of damage. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Fluff the Ampharos, who is there just in case things get really dicey and I need to rely on Confuse Rain paralysis to win. I've put this off for long enough. It's time to tackle the Elite Four. I mean, not literally you know what I mean. Okay, yeah, so I decided to do a live commentary for this part. Kind of on a whim, but then I guess I misunderstood how the duplicate scene layout worked in OBS and broke the other layout, so here we are. I continuing this off for like a month. I'm so nervous. But I guess, where we go. Do I want to go in? Not particularly, but then no turning back now, I think. Does this thing say? Folia? Alright, so I'm gonna go southeast. Alright, first battle, here we go. So I decree damage to Magneton, so this should bait a fighting move from both of them. Right? Okay, Rockshim is scary. Okay, Breath Red, I extracted that. We take that. And we dodge the rock move, good. Okay, I think that odds are low that it would have to use a rock move on Longlon. So now I think it's safe to switch in the Molga. Okay, Rockchilla and Poppy, that's unfortunate, but we take it. Poppy is still going to outspeed, and I think that should kill Convolder, so let's Acrobatics and Sprout. Great and great. Come on. Okay, that's Derby. And Black Blue Skylight, there's the show. Alright, ideally, while driving with a spread made. Oh, okay, great, fine. We'll take it. We'll send back out there, because that shouldn't be He's fighting moves on whatever comes out. In Aria. What try after Lucario? Okay, so Lucario's going to launch, yeah? And thank you so much for doing that. But probably gonna get hit and bulldoze unless this kill. Or unless it gets paralyzed and or share with the chime, right? Okay. Paralyzed. When he bounces paralyzes, doing more paralysis than any of my electric moves. Ouch, I think hopping might actually throw down unless he potions. Or unless it bulldoze. I don't like that. I do like that. Okay. I'd lose both my flying type attacks. And now the free damage is wait, this trolley has high jump kick. Yes, exactly what I want. Okay, I don't think we can finish off me and Shell though. It totally wants to high jump again. I go for the double attack shit. I think I doubt it gives me more mileage if it succeeds. Okay. Okay, Gang totally goes down. Yeah. Rocking on the damage, that's nice. You're probably gonna use Bozos again, so let's send out long. And we'll confuse you just for mitigation. And Sparks and Shell. It's gonna go the bright powder miss. Perfect. Okay, store and throw. This might kill. No, we take it. All the EV training paying us. I think this might have guts, so I don't want to paralyze it. Let's just keep growling. Something goes down here. That will spark. Okay, I didn't actually want that to happen, but hopefully it hits itself now. Alright. Even with all the speed until I think we might still be faster. I think we win. I'll just switch you out to Henshin. And I think we can outdanish the leftovers. Number 2, I think I don't have as solid of a strategy for this one, but I think we have enough super second moves to just beat Esther pretty much. Starts with Relentless. I don't think that's what I expected, but I think I'm fine with that. I think Relentless is the bigger threat, so we'll X-Scissor. Okay, Light Stream with a good idea. I think I didn't know this had Focus Blast. I think we take it. We do. They use your slaps, that's kind of unfortunate. And now because Reflect is up, we bring out each physical attacker. Yeah, I really want Puppy to wake that Soldier Sleeper in. Don't sit left. Okay, fine with that. Use it on the weak one. That's why I'm not damaging the Shard yet, because I know it'll just heal. Do you have another Polar Star? The Marshall only had one, I think. I think that if they double into Hoppy, I think that's a choice wake up here. Thank you. But the X-Scissor might not have been the best move, because that did not do much with Reflect. Actually, why was I using Spark with Reflect up? Oh, I should have used Volt Switch, that might have killed. I think this has setup moves, so we just need to start DPSing it. Yep, there's the Calm Mind. Alright, dudes. We got that off, and I think Mishra is probably gonna recollect till we ask that, so it's fine. No hypnosis. Well, that is terrifying. What do I have to Metagross? Silly. Ground fired. As you will, Mishra's gonna use Dream Knitter here. So I can easily dodge that. I don't have anything from Metagross, so let's just try and use it. While we're at it, let's Toxic Musharna. Guaranteed shape was Compound Eyes. Great ability. I forgot about that. I thought about using a Petra Berry, but leftovers is too good to pass up. Okay, one shot, normal damage, that's scary. But I guess no, we don't have to worry about Synchronized Poison. I'd send out Long. I think it's gonna see a kill on Long. Turn 1 Wake Up, Case Fire. Oh, it's an outspeed anyway. That's bitch. I think I just need to kill this to recoil damage. Hey, now you're stuck in Dream Eaters, you are effectively dealt with from the rest of the battle. Probably one shot. Oh no, it doesn't see a chill. Alright, so now it does see a chill though. Let's send out Dean. It's gonna hit itself with Recoil and Rocky Helmet. Then we'll hold Bridge to bring Mr. Black into the other slide. Okay, that was a very unfortunate misclick. It's slower now, it's good, but okay, so it has a fighting move. It just has all the recoil moves, I guess. It Volt Switch and out flat, Eviolate, and she to infect it. Or help that this kills, that would work too. It does, okay. I think we win. Okay, halfway. Actually, I think starting with Hoppy was a slight meta about setting switching into game here is fine. They definitely see chill now, so let's do Mr. Chilak. I think she can take it. And then we'll hold switch to finish the Brooklyn. This might not be ideal. Yeah, now she gets to see that I don't have Dino. But they're not going to attack in Punchy slot. I might still be able to bait out Goler. Cricket, Punchy baits out Goler, yeah. That'll take. Yeah, that would have killed too. That's unfortunately understandable. Okay, I am really not a fan of that. And by light screen, maybe it's getting out. I used the wrong move. That's terrible. Okay, we paralyzed though, and they're still not in potion range. Actual raw with touch flying, cause gains the special counter. Okay, so that's the leftovers one. Okay, you definitely sees a kill on Ding. Does it see a kill on Poppy? No, we'll protect here. We just did a free turn. Okay, yeah, it's freaking dose for Hoppy. That probably means you kill. Okay, very unfortunate. I'm basically wasting my turn. This is pretty sketchy. I think we have to do confusion strats. Yeah, because the thing is, Chandelier is going to outspeed your long lungs. I can't. Enchantress, go with that. Like, with Crunch. How many Pokemon does she have? It's 3. I can light White here. I think you'd have super effective Crunch, but I think I have to sack Long. Fire Blast Nest, okay. I think we might still be in this. There is a timeline. Please, okay. Didn't Will-O-Wisp Long. Perfect. Mr. Fluff is the one Pokemon they don't see a kill on right now. So I can do this. And out. Hope for a confusion hit or a miss. Okay, one critical hit, one shot. I think that matters. Okay, no, I'll do Ben next. I think Bennett's kind of bad, right? I think we can just kind of kill it with, like, whatever. Yeah, that's more than half. I think Bennett's fine. Okay, we might not have this. I think I just go for it. Paralysis. Alright. So Bennett, please throw down. Perfect. Green light, be fine. Let's try to evolve, but I think we take it. And now I think I just start sparing Flash Cannon. Free turn kill. So unless it hits itself. Okay. That does no damage, but it helps off Edge, Leftovers, and then Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon did it. Half was way too close. Okay, last one of the Elite Four. So Lightheart is going to fake out a random Pokemon. I don't think it matters too much which. I just need to kill the Tracty. The normal gem staked out. Interesting. This might actually count. Yeah. Left to Gile. Intimidate, don't like that. I don't like the fact that there's a crocodile here. Okay, so we'll hold Swooch and we will... Retoxic it. I can probably get it locked into Earthquake at some point, so we'll did many days on while toxicking, as she's using his full restore here, so he won't be able to cure the poison. Okay, with Rock 2, we could probably do non-outspeed, but we can protect. And I always forget I have this. Just dig a drain and see how much it does. Actually, Night Slash is doing a lot, but we'll kill some of it back. That's actually a lot of damage. I think it makes... Actually, rocked him. I think now, I think help is down. Barely hitting on. Did I Volt Switch? Then I can go ahead and Single Beam the Absol. It outspeeds after that. Okay, I think I'm fine with that too. Your game goes down. But Crocodile will go down too. Okay, Poppy praised level 60. Great, Lauren's back guys. I'm not. I'm just gonna leave Mr. Flutt in. It's sorry, but I want a clean switch too. And she eventually it's just attacking it. Okay, well, there we go. Didn't even make Punchy. Yeah, so it changed out some average moves that I don't need anymore. And gave basically all of my Pokemon Protect. Poppy was in quick on Talk Extra. And yeah. There we go. Just checking my Pokemon one more time, make sure they're in the right order. Make sure Hop gets leftovers. That is one of the most important items here. I called you down. I'm so nervous. This music is kind of surprising, not what I expected. It feels more like friendly battle, but currently this will not be. I try again and dread again. I exacted a little bit of damage off Hoppy, so she should bait fire moves from both. And then meanwhile, let's get rid of High Trigon, that's a huge threat. Urchic, locked in both. Ride and Tail, please do a lot. Sends out Haxorus. Null Breaker, Earthquake, will hit long lock. Okay, Outrage, not really what I wanted to see. Skyla might go down to that. One shot, okay, very unfortunate. Static, thank you for your Odin gift. I was really hoping to encore under Earthquake. I think I need to use Punchy. I need to get rid of the Haxorus because it's preventing me from bringing Long out. We will... Wait, it's locked into Outrage. So that means I can let it use it, so if it's a short outlay, nothing to lose, we'll try it. The dragon dance, I thought it was locked in outrage. I really hate that. Wish I could have kept, was that a crit? I was doing a crit. Okay. Actually, what in the world is my out here? Right up into Ascendant Gale. I think it's going to see a kill with Earthquake now. It has to. 4 times and the Dragon danced once. So, I want to attack the Haxorus, but I might have to use it. No, I'm attacking it. And she please live this. Or no, wait, she's really gonna force her. So, I'm sure she's going to use aim moves. I think it's 50-50 if the tease and she were game. I protect Punchy and I hope Mr. Fluff can hit it. Okay, protect. Oh, that's why it didn't get locked in, because if it doesn't escape without rage, then it's okay. Let's hope you use Outrage again, and then I'll switch into a type that resists. And then I will preemptively confuse you. Please No, it targets Mr. Fluff. Don't like that. Touch. Okay, I lose here. That's gonna one-shot. It doesn't one-shot, but I think there's a 0% chance I win. I think that'll let me Dragon till Haxorus, get rid of the Dragon Dance. Now, it's targeting blah blah. Goes first. That's a one-shot. Well, okay, if you've hit yourself in Infusion like 5 times in a row, start using my attack moves. Hope it hits itself. That's a start. That's a lot of damage, because the Dragon Dance. Great Ice Punch gets rid of Zags. This Fire Blast miss. Or the Splash Cannon, like, crit and kill or something, maybe? No, not even close. Oh, Punchy is the one that goes down. Yeah, everyone has Earthquake, might be something to protect on. I know I'm not winning, but I just want to see how many I can take out. Chain now. Doesn't see a chill. How do you not see a chill? Do you not have Earthquake? Yeah, maybe if I leftovers on. How did Earthquake not kill last turn? Did you just predict my protect or something? Yeah, well, that's hatch. Real? Nina's chasing the time to release my strongest Pokemon. Goodbye, random level 68 Emolga that I caught specifically for this purpose. And, I guess that's the end of this. I mean, I guess theoretically I can try again until I win, but I messed up all my Pokemon's movesets preparing through Iris. And I'm not sure how I would win. There that might be it. I'll just say that I got almost there, but didn't quite win the challenge. Kind of sensing a theme there. I tend not to actually win my Pokemon challenges. I guess that's why they called me the probably the worst Nuzlocker in the world. Yeah, I'll do my normal outro stuff in posts. Alright, so since I lost, my Pokemon are of level now, so I guess the walls are kind of out the window, but I didn't want to end without at least beating this game and, like, seeing the credits and all that. Yeah, I'll just, since I'm not using level caps anymore, I'll use all my rare candies to turn Anchi into an ultimate life form. Alright, so I think that at this HP, Hoppy should still beat fire moves and builds to Let's Protect, while Punchy starts using Earth Punch. She's going to use the Force Toll on Stratatem, but I will Stratter Anchi with Compound Eyes. This has a 100% hit rate. Attack really sharply, and then with the Percendiary, we get rid of the confusion. Bright Powder dodge on the Fire Blast, that is super perfect. So now let's bounce, and that should still bait a Fire Punch. Pretty much I'm just gonna one-shot the entire tone. Alright, Axorus is an interesting choice. I was going to use Discharge and Motor Drives to make sure that Punchy outspeeds. I think that at level 69 he ups it anyway. I don't know what Lapras is doing after. I would have expected RP ups. I'm going to assume that somehow they see a chill. That was it. I really dig Miss Blend. Meant to use Ice Punch. I think it'll be fine. Alright, Skylight is 100% going down to a Blizzard this turn, but I think that, oh no, she gets outsped after Haxorus is fast. That's bad. Okay, it's confused though. It is confused with Dragon Dance. And now Lapras is paralyzed. Alright, get yourself right now. So, I'll take long down for sure. I think that this is a white. Unless Haxorus shoots himself. Or if he targets the wrong Pokemon, okay. Maybe we're still in this. Alright, and this Lapras uses Blizzard and should take the decent. Alright, Haxorus, they should still out. Great. I think she's down to 2, right? But also Shell. Yeah, Argyle, but they're both weak to electric. Great. Mr. Fuck takes down Edge, right? Yeah. And with Roll and Sense, game moves last, so guaranteed Hoppy comes in without taking damage. And now it's going to see it through and Mr. Love. I don't think it has any physical attacking moves, so I think that let's just stagger it. And Volt Switch out so that we can get Demon to take whatever it's gonna use. Alright, as long as this doesn't freeze, I think we win. Great, unfortunate. But there's no way that it takes out both my Pokemon. Mr. Fluff outspeeds anyway because he's paralyzed. So yeah. But that's free shitting. Mr. Fluff get the last hit. The journey began and ended with luck. And there we have it. To too much of a challenge, kinda, I guess. But regardless, I'm going to just no, Iris, I'm not going to hurry. I want to watch the cutscene myself because I don't know how this goes. But to the viewer, thank you so much for watching all the way through to the end. I'd never made this kind of long form video before, and especially not like commentating like this at the end. This is all kind of different, and honestly, even if you enjoyed it, like I hope he enjoyed it. I hope he didn't watch Bridge just because it was like on autoplay or something. But I would recommend against subscribing because I might not do anything like this again. But if you did enjoy it, I would appreciate it if you'd let me know with ratings, comments, that kind of thing. And yeah, I think that's kind of all I have to say. Have a nice day. Well, I unlocked easy mode. Joy. Oh well, I forgot to hit the stream button. Just imagine all the that happened.